Imagine pulling up to a quiet Beverly Hills street just before sunset. The city noise fades. People stop talking. Phones come out. Not because something loud arrived, but because something powerful arrived, silently. This isn't just a car. It's a moving statement, a symbol of old money confidence mixed with future vision. Today, we're exploring a concept-based, future-focused vision of the Rolls-Royce Phantom 2025, not as a spec sheet, not as a sales pitch, but as a story of where ultra-luxury may be heading next in America. This is the kind of car that doesn't chase attention. Attention follows it. Take a moment and picture it. The first thing you notice is the presence. Not aggressive, not flashy, just undeniable. The Phantom's exterior is expected to continue Rolls-Royce's signature design language, but with subtle evolutions that feel more modern, more confident, and more intentional. The body looks long, smooth, and almost sculpted from a single piece of metal. The surfaces appear cleaner, with fewer hard creases, allowing light to glide across the paint instead of bouncing off it. Industry observers suggest the front fascia may lean into a slightly more futuristic interpretation of the iconic grille. Still tall, still commanding, but refined enough to feel relevant in a world slowly shifting toward electrification and AI design. The spirit of aesthecy likely remains the centerpiece, not oversized, not screaming for attention, just standing there quietly, like it has nothing to prove. From the side, the Phantom's proportions tell their own story. Long wheelbase, short overhangs, doors that appear almost architectural in scale. This isn't designed for speed, it's designed for arrival. The rear, meanwhile, feels calm and deliberate. No dramatic spoilers, no sharp angles, just confidence. Based on similar models in the US market, exterior customization would likely play a massive role. Paint finishes that shift color under different light, hand-painted coach lines, personalized wheels designed specifically for each owner. In America, this kind of car isn't about blending in, it's about standing apart quietly. Now open the door, and everything changes. The moment you step inside the Phantom, the outside world disappears. Not metaphorically, emotionally. Rolls-Royce interiors have never been about technology first. They're about comfort, craftsmanship, and emotional calm. And this future-focused Phantom concept is expected to push that philosophy even further. Imagine stepping into a cabin where noise simply doesn't exist, where materials don't just look expensive, they feel intentional. Soft leathers, real wood veneers, metal surfaces that are cool to the touch. Industry estimates suggest the interior could lean even more heavily into personalization, not just color choices, but atmosphere choices. Lighting that adapts to your mood, textures that feel different depending on where you sit. The dashboard likely feels less like a dashboard and more like a gallery. Large, seamless displays hidden behind glass panels. Information appears only when needed, otherwise the space remains clean and uncluttered. Rear seating remains the heart of the Phantom experience. This is where American luxury buyers truly understand its value. The seats likely recline deeply, legroom that feels endless, a sense that time slows down when you sit back there. Imagine being driven through Manhattan traffic while barely noticing it, or gliding through Malibu's coastal roads while sipping something chilled from a hidden compartment. This is not transportation. This is isolation from chaos. Technology inside the Phantom is expected to be present, but never intrusive. Rolls-Royce doesn't chase screens for the sake of screens. It integrates technology quietly. Based on industry trends, the Phantom 2025 concept could feature advanced AI-assisted systems, voice controls that feel natural instead of robotic, navigation that adapts to your habits, climate control that adjusts automatically based on your comfort preferences. But none of it demands attention. The magic of Rolls-Royce technology is that you forget it's there until you realize how effortless everything feels. Even entertainment is expected to remain subtle. Rear seat displays that feel more like private theater screens. Sound systems tuned not for volume, but for clarity and warmth. In a world obsessed with digital overload, this approach feels almost rebellious. From an American ownership perspective, the Phantom occupies a unique position. This isn't a car you buy because you want people to think you're rich. This is a car you buy because you no longer care what people think. In the US market, the Phantom is often seen in private collections, luxury garages, and high-end estates rather than everyday traffic. It's common among CEOs, entertainers, and individuals who view cars as personal sanctuaries. Industry estimates suggest the expected price range would likely be positioned well into the ultra-luxury segment based on similar models in the US market. This isn't about affordability, it's about exclusivity. Ownership isn't transactional, it's relational. Many Rolls-Royce buyers develop long-term relationships with the brand, returning again and again for custom builds. Compared to other luxury sedans in America, the Phantom doesn't really compete. It exists above competition. Where some luxury cars focus on performance numbers, the Phantom focuses on presence. Where others push aggressive styling, Rolls-Royce leans into restraint. Even when compared to other ultra-luxury names, the Phantom stands apart by refusing to follow trends. And that's exactly why it works. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe for more luxury car stories. Now let's talk about the feeling, the part no spec sheet can explain. Driving or being driven in a Phantom is about emotional distance. Distance from stress, distance from noise, distance from urgency. The steering doesn't beg you to push harder. The ride doesn't encourage aggressive driving. Everything encourages calm. This is especially appealing in the American market, where daily life often feels rushed and overstimulated. The Phantom becomes a retreat. The most exciting insight about the Phantom 2025 concept isn't a feature, it's a philosophy. While the automotive world races toward louder designs and faster acceleration, Rolls-Royce appears to be doubling down on stillness, on silence, on presence. In a future dominated by screens, notifications, and constant alerts, the Phantom may represent the ultimate luxury: peace. That's the climax of this story. Not horsepower, not speed, but serenity. And maybe that's why the Phantom continues to fascinate American luxury buyers year after year. It doesn't ask for attention, it commands respect. As we come to the end of this exploration, let's turn it over to you. Would you rather be driven in a Phantom or drive it yourself? Do you think ultra-luxury should focus more on technology or craftsmanship? And if you had unlimited customization options, what would your perfect Phantom look like? Let us know in the comments. This video is a concept-based visual exploration. Specifications and pricing discussed are estimates and subject to change.